star of Hollywood Arsenio Hall, and his private ex-lover Cheryl Bonacci once engaged in a public legal dispute over child support. The actor objected to certain aspects of the child support arrangement. Many viewers would remember that TV legend Arsenio Hall took a break from the big and small screens to concentrate on being a father. But there was also the time he had to deal with child support issues. Cheryl Bonacci, Hall's ex-girlfriend, had accused him of breaking the terms of the child support agreement. Because he wanted some changes made to the agreement, Arsenio had objected. Inside the court of law, the comedian was hauled before the judge by Bonacci, who revealed that he had neglected to provide child support for their then 5-year-old son. The actor replied by saying he didn't want to pay based on his previous net worth. Arsenio earned a total of $12 million a year at the height of his career, when he was regarded as the most well-known and successful performer. The actor did, however, disclose that he was against the custody payment being determined by his prior annual income. The actor stated that he prefers it to be disclosed in accordance with his current income. This was not acceptable to Bonacci, who insisted that the money be grossed in accordance with Arsenio's previous income estimate. A restraining order was requested by the Coming to America star while the two were still at odds. It was revealed by a reliable source on Celebrity Justice that Arsenio did not refute his paternity. He did, however, have some criticisms about the sum of money demanded of him. Blended families require a great deal of tolerance with one another, as Bonacci made clear. Arsenio on fatherhood. It's safe to say that the host of the Arsenio Hall Show has shown that he loves being a father. The actor's relationship with his own father inspired him to be a dedicated father. He revealed that he never truly had a relationship with the senior Hall when he was talking about family life. He revealed that his father was a severe clergyman who prioritized his work. There was a void in the performer's relationship with his father, despite the fact that he knew his father loved him. The actor remembered how, although he always wanted to, they were never able to watch the game together. Ever since, he developed a relationship-building mindset as a father. But when Arsenio's physician informed him that he might not ever be able to conceive, this dream was dashed. Still, the likelihood did not work against him. With his former partner, Bonacci, Arsenio welcomed a son, Arsenio Chino Hall Jr., marking the start of realizing his dream. When he and Bonacci broke up, things didn't go as planned. The actor would not lose out at all because he wanted to concentrate on fatherhood at that particular time. Arsenio gave up on his career because he couldn't handle balancing work and motherhood. The actor had plenty of time to prepare his son's meals and be present for all of his developmental milestones. Arsenio is back in the entertainment industry, but he doesn't regret stopping his career. However, he acknowledged that taking a career break had a cost. The parenthood of Arsenio and Bonacci, during an appearance on Oprah's Next Chapter, the celebrated actor broke down in tears. Calling his son a good, intelligent child, Arsenio gushed over him. The martial art actor went on to say that his son achieved all of these things without his assistance. Thanking the comedian for expressing his feelings, Oprah said that it was a good thing that he was there for his son. She mentioned how many little boys yearned for their dad's presence, and Arsenio made sure to give his own child that. Additionally, Bonacci has shared her experiences as a single parent and her ability to deal with dating someone new. She underlined the importance of being honest and having a natural relationship with the child. Blended families require a great deal of tolerance with one another. She explained that in order to promote a healthy relationship, there needed to be effective communication between the child and the new partner. Known for his late-night talk show, The Arsenio Hall Show, Arsenio Hall once broke down in tears while discussing how difficult it was for him to juggle his career and his responsibilities as a young son's father with Oprah Winfrey. Comedian Arsenio Hall rose to fame in 1988 with his friend Eddie Murphy in the movie Coming to America. A year later, he signed a deal to host The Arsenio Hall Show, a syndicated late-night talk show. Population rises and CTBAC Kiss. The show was a success because of Hall's popularity, but he decided to step away from the spotlight and the show 6 years later. About his abrupt exit from the show, Hall told CBS, "When you have that feeling of there's something else for me to do, and this is occupying your life 24/7, wrong or right, you need to go." He continued by saying that in the past, he would think, that's NBC, that's late night, when he noticed fellow late-night show host Jay Leno's gray hairs while they were out to dinner. The tension is there. After walking away with millions, Arsenio decided to begin pursuing his childhood dream of starting a family during his break from television. Forming a homosexuality in September 1999, he welcomed Arsenio Hall Jr. into the world, but his marriage to the child's mother ended abruptly. Nevertheless, the woman understood Arsenio's need to be there for his son no matter what, so they made a compromise for the benefit of their kid. I made a firm decision to be present for my son's first steps, words, boo-boos, and other milestones. I didn't want to miss anything, Hall stated in a 2012 Newsweek opinion piece. I knew right away that being a single parent would be one of the hardest jobs I'd ever have, she said. I had worked as a comedian, talk show host, actor, and many other things, but this job was going to be my turning point. Hall made the decision to end his career permanently and give his all to raising his son. Hall had been taking on side gigs like voiceovers to support his income. I'm confident that taking time off to raise my son was the right decision. However, there was a cost involved, as he would later admit years later. I didn't want to be apart from him for extended periods of time, so I declined a lot of opportunities over the years, the statement continues. And when you don't answer, the calls stop coming in Hollywood, just like they do in any other industry. As SO2 is in Kyo Yurei Jing Hall gradually resumed his television career as Arsenio Jr. grew older, frequently making appearances on talk shows, late-night shows, and other programs involving interviews. Then he was offered a spot on The Celebrity Apprentice in 2012. Nevertheless, Hall was reluctant to grant the request since he didn't want to be apart from his son for a long time. Unexpectedly, Hall disclosed in a Next Chapter segment hosted by Oprah Winfrey that Arsenio Jr. was the one who urged him to accept the position. Remembering his son's words, "Dad, we can win this," Hall broke down in tears. Even Winfrey had to ask for a minute to gather herself as she watched and comforted the star. Arsenio went on to say that he was always moved to talk about his son and expressed his pride in him, calling him such a good, smart, healthy, and beautiful kid. As he had promised his son, Hall went on to win the 5th season of The Celebrity Apprentice. But that marked the beginning of his comeback to TV. The cost of going back to TV a year later, Hall returned to hosting late-night shows when the Arsenio Hall Show was revived. However, he was losing out on important time with his son because he worked away from home every night. Additionally, Hall was accountable for his decision to keep the child off the set because the program was intended for an adult audience. "I feel awful," he uttered. "I'm not going to help him every night with his homework," adding that he felt bad about not taking the boy to school more often since he started the show. Giving thanks to those who assisted him with Arsenio Jr., Arsenio stated, "My mom and his mom are the only reasons I can be here. They are supporting me." Another prolonged interruption. Sadly, the one-season revival of the Arsenio Hall Show was canceled, and Hall's hectic schedule cleared up once more, with only a few cameos in shows like The Mayor and Real Husbands of Hollywood. Arsenio Jr. is now 21 years old, and Hall has returned to prominence full-time. In addition to filming the sequel to Coming to America, he recently released his first Netflix comedy special and is currently working with most of the original cast, led by Eddie Murphy. "I believe I can now successfully balance my roles as a father and a worker at the same time. Something that mothers, I know, do on a daily basis," Arsenio remarked in 2012. "I'm glad I decided to support my son."